So Office 365, you were supposed to be within a class, your institution, and you as a lecturer, you create a classroom and you invite your students into the classroom, right? And you can create a grade book. They have some awesome stuff, even like the note-taking one. Let me see, OneNote. They have stuff like OneNote and Classroom Notebook, those apps. But they don't really work for us because it's supposed to be a collaborative tool between teacher and student. But because Office 365 seeing us as
two different entities,
it's not allowing us to do that.
So alright, let me see how this is applied. Again, all of this is new to me, especially Office 365. You would come to class, log in, students log in, and the student can do various things on it, such as if they need to use the drive for whatever they need to use the drive for, if there's something that they need to upload, if they want it to be a social space with their peers and even other students or anybody else that is on Office 365. We don't touch on forums yet, so I don't want to assume what that is for, or let me give it a shot. So I guess for forms would be documents and
That's what show you.
all right. The OneNote now, the student is able to make notes during class.
Yes.
Where you should be able to see it, or I should be able to see
If
it.
it is that you made that.
It's just that you is a unique case.
Ecosystem, yes.
Right? And the student will also have access to the tools such as Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. Again, something that can be collaborative between student and lecturer.
Yes.
And streaming of videos.
Oh yes. So they have two services that sort of replicate what YouTube does. One is stream and one is video. I have no idea why they have two. The two of them seem like
They're the same thing.
thing.
So is this how we could record lectures then, and students could watch that, lecturers could record those lectures?
So there were some services that I found that we could use collaboratively, or find workarounds that both of us could still be in the same space. And there were just some that it wasn't working at all. I think I have Planner listed there, do I? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Planner is like an online project management tool. So before I was introduced to Office 365, I would use Trello with my students. And what that meant was, as we know, creatives aren't good at planning projects at all. Okay? There are one or two of them that are good, but for the most part, creatives tend to go with the flow. We don't want to hear about deadlines. We don't want to hear you need to give it in now. It's just go with the flow, right? So what I did was introduce project management in my class, at least when they leave the classroom and they get exposed to that, it's not this big shock to them, right? And with Trello, I could be a part of, so they would create the space, the project, and then I could be a part of that project, and I could track their project, the progress of their project. When I went to Office 365 and found Planner, because we were on two different domains, the students would create the projects, and then I wouldn't be able to see because I'm not in their organization.
Well, this looks like it's something you guys need to fix. So, because then it's no longer collaborative.
Exactly. So we had to go through what we did over the summer when I invited those lecturers and students. What we did was we went through each one of the services and saw which ones the students we could collaborate on and which ones we couldn't. And so OneDrive, we have a workaround for OneDrive. Yammer works.
What is the workaround for OneDrive?
The students would have to
Share the link.
share the link with us.
Mhm.
They can't. So like with Dropbox, where you could say share it with this person, and then both of you have access to the folder. We can't do that.
What else we have a workaround for?
Yammer allows us to invite persons outside of the organization to join whatever space that you've created
Great.
on Yammer. So that's the workaround for Yammer. And then forms, it doesn't matter. Forms is set up. All right, so let me explain what forms are. So like you do an online survey, or I ask you to fill out a form for your contact sheet. Those are forms, and so forms just set up where you create your form and then you just have a link, a public link that anyone can go.
Oh,
to.
so it's like a information or a data collection tool.
Exactly. So forms was fine, but whiteboard, again we have a duplication of services here, because whiteboard sort of does the same thing that Blackboard Collaborate does, but the go-to tool to use is Blackboard Collaborate, and that's for another session. I think that's tomorrow. We'll look at Blackboard Collaborate. But what Whiteboard is, and I can do the demonstration with Jamboard because it's the same thing for Google. What Whiteboard is, you have an online space and you are writing on Whiteboard, and then everyone who's in that online space can see what you're writing. And then you can give other persons permission to write in there as well. So then now everybody, think of research that you're doing across country. I'm in one spot, you're in one spot, and we're brainstorming ideas. Both of us can write in there, and we can build out, a brainstorming activity. Or there's a lesson that I want to teach, and there's something I have to draw. Because we know we have tools like Word and Google Drive and stuff that you can share files where persons type. But suppose it's something that you need to draw to collaborate. You can use a whiteboard to do that. And then there was stream or video, which there's a workaround to that again. It's just making the link public so then persons can see that link, And we know Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. I'm just not covering those in this session, just because most of us are aware of those tools. Yeah. One note. Okay, you're gonna hear this. You're gonna hear me say this all the time. I am not really a lover of Microsoft. I'm not. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm not. However, there are some things that Microsoft does, and they do it very, very well. OneNote is one of those services. I actually use it now to make notes when I go to staff meetings or when I'm a student in class. I use it to make my notes. It's pretty amazing. You can do audio recordings directly in there. You can upload files directly in there. You can
All right. I don't have a PowerPoint presentation to show you. I'm just showing you right off the bat how it works, right? So for the e-timesheet, you'll have to log into PeopleSoft. The same login that you use for your ID number. I mean, your login usually for uemona.edu.jm, which is the school's email address, right, is the same login that you'll use for PeopleSoft on almost everything UE based. Okay? So it would be then your, as you can see, that's my ID number there, pre-saved on my iPad. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Right? With all my password saved. You know, I don't have to try and remember anything. Sign in. All right, so yeah. You hope. Right, so it's the same password that you'd use to access the email and you'd use to access OURVLE. It's the same password. Your username would be your ID number and your password is whatever password you use to sign in. Right, and this is taken away. Oh, there we are. So once you log into PeopleSoft, your address would be at psoft.mona.ue.edu. What you want to do is go here to e-timesheet, right? And so once you select e-timesheet, it will take you to the page. Now you're going to see it populated with approved timesheet, timesheets, and my timesheet. What you want to do is go to my timesheet. Okay? So once you click my timesheet, it's going to be populated with a few tabs. One is find an existing value and the other one is adding a new value. Now, finding an existing value is in the case you had submitted a claim and it wasn't, you probably saved it pending more data, and so you want to find it. You could probably go here and you click that little magnifying glass there, and it will show you everything that UE has paid you for years. So this one is all the way from 2017 and probably earlier than that, right? Come all the way forward, okay? And so you could go there and search for whatever previous timesheet or claim form that you have there. All your payment will be there. So everything that you will pay, like your pay slip, is there, okay, digitally. But when you want to make a claim, it would be best to go to add new value. Now, HR normally submits a number that gives you can claim from that number, right? So when you look here, you will see company, Oracle is set up that way, company's UE, and your pay group. All of that is in the number that HR gives you, right? So the pay group that you are in, the period of time that you'll be paid for, and your ID number and the employee record. Now, as a newbie, you might not know what record number, employee record to go for, right? I didn't. I used to struggle with that. So one day I called HR and they said, just click that little thing there and everything pertinent to you will be populated. So that would be my employee number. So I teach in Montego Bay as well as here. So I have several, I have what, four? 1, 2, 3, 4? For now, I have 4 employee record number, right? Huh?
Courses
for Department of HE Carib School of Media, it would be they're going to change that. Because this is from semester 1, right? They're going to change it. This is for storyboard and screenwriting, and then you have drawing fundamentals in Montego Bay. And of course, this year I'm going to be teaching COM 1268 in Montego Bay. So they're going to change up some things there. But in terms of what you need to find, that's where you'd find it. So I can backtrack a bit again and take you back to, let's go back a bit, how to access it again, right? Let's go back and go back even further. So again, we're right here, PeopleSoft page, login page, Oracle PeopleSoft. That's the best way to access it from UE's platform. I think the first time I got it, they posted a link in OURVLE. And I accessed that link from OURVLE, which took me here. And then you use a sign in and sign in.
You were one of the beta testers.
Yeah.
So not everybody has the access from OURVLE for the e-timesheet.
Oh, okay.
But everyone has access from PeopleSoft.
Okay. So you'd have to go to PeopleSoft. This is not something you'd have to probably jot down. You can Google it. I found it on Google. Yeah. So PeopleSoft, Mona, and you'll find it there, right? And they'll give you a link to here. And so, you know, your ID number is your username, and your password is whatever password you chose. It's going to be the same username for everything where you is concerned. It's integrated. And that takes you to Oracle PeopleSoft. It's going to take a while. And once there, you're going to be looking at the links to your left of screen for the e-timesheet. There's a lot of different things going on there. Some that concerns you and some that doesn't concern you at all, right? So you see self-service, management, manager self-service, recruiting, none of those concern me. So when I come here, I don't even look at those things. I go straight to e-timesheet, right? And that takes me here to this folder. And in this folder now, I'll just go to my timesheet, right? And then now, when you're about to make your claim, you want to go to add new value, right? And so your pay group and everything will be automatically populated in there, right? Provided your HR has given you a number, right? And
your contract has been renewed.
yeah. So if there's if your contract isn't renewed and HR don't have anything for you, then it's pointless to go here. You won't find anything, right? So for the employer record number now, you know, you want to click that magnifying glass, which will take you here, and you look for whichever one you're claiming for. So let's say I wanted to claim for the drawing courses that I teach with the Western campus. I'll just click that. And so that descriptor is there with the employer record number, and then just go add. Right? And so it will take you here. The school will have a picture of you. So that's my mugshot. Right? With yeah. So it's the same photo that they have on. This is probably there since 20 whenever. Needs to be updated, right? So everything pertinent to you is there, and this little section now is where you're going to populate, right? To get what you're claiming for. So normally, where you have the date there, because if you're on the system, but you're claiming for a date that is outside of your contract, the system is going to tell you no.
Okay. So that said, sorry to infringe, Mr. Shelton. So what happens is when your contract is being sent over, I don't know if you're aware, but your timetable is also sent over at the same time just for this purpose. So if it is that you've taken a long time to finalize the date and time for your classes, then that will impact sending over the contract to then impact when you can access this service. Yeah?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
For my the Fund 3399 class,
Mm-hmm.
the research, and the 30 Net TV magazine program, the dates are fixed for the time
When?
that we need the
Mhm.
students, yeah? But in addition to that, they will have to do recordings for their videos
Mm-hmm.
to put it together for the magazine.
You're sorry, continue.
No, to do that within the 3-hour session is limited.
Impossible. Yes.
Yeah. So the suggestion was made to do it on a Saturday or at some other time as decided by the students' availability.
You're not getting paid for it.
So,
Yeah. So unless what you can do, you'd have to make that arrangement with Tanis from early and then see if, because there's no guarantee.
Right, because it's hard to decide when that day is going to be.
Yeah, even when I'm for my animation lecturers, I try to do everything within the 13 weeks. Because even if they come back for an assessment, so let's say the students have a final assessment to present on, and you want to treat it like an exam, and so you say, all right, students, you know, this date outside of the exam, outside of the teaching hour, the 13 weeks, so week 15, you can come in and present on your stuff, you know, so that I can give you a grade. Part-time lecturers don't get paid for that. So I try for my part-time lecturers to have everything within the 13 weeks that they need to do it.
But that might put some pressure onto them.
because that those extra hours that they contribute, it's a contribution. It's a donation to University of West Indies. And every time when I send out stuff to them, I say, listen, this is not mandatory. If you want to come, you can. Because again, anything that they do outside of that 13 weeks is their donation. So you try your best to figure it out, but most of the time we donate time. Anyway, we take it. When I was part-time, you know, the students will accost you out of class and you try to go about your business and you still have to donate that time. You understand? But that's how it really works. It is the timetable that Tammy sends over, that is what will be logged for you, and that timetable needs to be finalized as soon as possible, sometime way before the semester begins, so that it can be sent over to HR, so that you can access this at the end of the month, so that you can make your claim. What was happening last semester, I'm not sure if you were a lecturer last semester, but a lot of persons had to wait until the end of the 3 months, right, in order to claim, because stuff was sent over and then it was taken forever to be processed and stuff, and it's not until HR has logged it, then you can make your claim, and log it properly as well, then you can make your claim on the e-time sheet. So it's strongly advised, as soon as you can settle on that timetable, settle on it, so that the information can be sent over as early as possible, so that at the end of the first month that you're here, you can actually make your claims, right? So that's the only 2 cents that I wanted to add.
Okay, so let me just backtrack a bit. So we have logged into PeopleSoft, and the menu on your left of screen, you want to go to e-timesheet, and it will take you there. Then my timesheet takes you here. Add a new value when you're about to make a claim. Look for your employee record number. No, by default, 99 is going to be there. It's not your record number. Okay. Oracle is going to tell you, spit out a bag of error, and you're going to be frustrated and want to destroy the computer. But it's not the computer's fault or Oracle's fault. It's your fault. Right? So you want to look for your number, the magnifying glass, right? And so everything pertinent to you, to your ID number, will be populated here.
It's a nice set of steps, isn't it?
Right? And so I'm going to claim for a joint course in Western Campus. So I click that there, and once it's there, I can now go add. And it now takes me here. So from here, don't change anything. Don't change anything. Just where you see the tab there, that's it. That tab is automatically highlighted, the hours tab. Let it be, right? But there's this little icon there that looks like a calendar, right? So you want to click on that, and once you click on that now, you'll be given a calendar for what days you're claiming for. So normally in Montego Bay, I would be down there on a Friday, right? So you can't claim any other time, because the system only knows that you'll be in Montego Bay on a Friday. If you claim for Montego Bay on any other day of the week, it won't recognize it. It's going to tell you, no. Right? So let's say I claim for the 3rd, which it's going to tell me no anyway. Right? Because school hasn't begun yet. School is not in session. Right? So now I can go there, and another important bit of information is that once your contract has been renewed or approved, these time in, time out things are going to be populated with money, right? So yeah, it usually is. It tells you, as a part-time lecturer, it's going to tell you how much money for the time plus. So let's say the university is paying you $1,900 and something dollars.
The rate increase?
I don't know. I'm just grabbing a figure there.
When I was part-time, it was $1,770.
It's probably the same or probably a little bit more. I don't know for sure. Right? But let's say that's, so for your time, for that hour, it's that. But then it pays you for what they call lesson preparation. So it's doubled, right? But it kind of also depends on the contract that you have with UE. Because I remember one time I told some colleagues of mine. Yeah. Right? No, it depends. It depends. A few colleagues of mine in the animation program, I had told them in the past that you're also paid for lesson preparation. Unknown to me, they had a different contractual agreement with CARIMAC. So they weren't being paid for lesson prep. Yeah, but the hours.
Oh, it's a greater rate.
It's a greater rate. So they would not be given lesson prep. So my basic. So if you have the basic contract where you're being paid $1,700 or something an hour, right? And usually you get a cluster of 3 hours to teach as an adjunct lecturer. That is doubled, right? So you get lesson prep, and it's usually up there in your descriptors, somewhere here. I think usually up here, you will see the figure that you're being paid, and then you'll see another figure, the same figure below. It's really for lesson preparation, right? And so once you are putting the date, you can now say, okay, so the system tells you, oh, that date is a Friday, right? And you can now say what time you went in, right? So again, if your time does not match up with what is on your contract, the system is going to say no, right? So usually my class would start about 12, so I can always go there and put 12 p.m. Now there are 2 ways you can do it. You can put 12:000, right? I can't bother, right? So we just put 12 p.m., go to the next one, that's time in, so it's 3 hours, so that means at 3 p.m. I'll be finished. And now I can come here and I can search for just the course code. Now if you know the course code, you can plug it in manually, but usually everything, all the courses that you are supposed to teach will be there once you click that magnifying glass.
You can teach a whole heap of courses
right?
at CARIMAC.
Yeah. Right? Some of these need adjusting because some of them are doubled, right? But they are doubled for different times, so maybe.
No, because you're doing multiple tutorials.
Right.
That's why come 1268 is there. So.
Right. I forgot I teach it in Montego Bay as well. Right, so you can pick from there now the course that you're teaching. So in this case, Drawing Fundamentals is Media 1006. So I pick that one, right? And it's there populated. And now this is where the system is going to tell me no, because school has started, right? So once you have that there, right? Sorry, the rate that, so there it is. So once I've selected those things, teaching, $3. Well, it's 3 hours. That's what it's saying, right? And lesson prep, 3 hours. So you're being paid twice, right? And so your rate will be right here, the rate that you're being paid, right? And so the total for that rate will be right here as well. Okay? So once I go and I click add, because I might have more than one course claiming for, right? Or I might be claiming for a month. So it's multiple claiming.
Yeah.
But this is, I can't go any further than this, right? Because once I go add, well, apparently, no, I know why this happened. So normally, yeah,
When you think.
okay.
Normally what?
Normally, I would not be able to do this normally. Why? Because my contract hasn't begun yet, right? So contractually, there would be nothing there to say that I'm on. As a matter of fact, I should not even be able to access PeopleSoft, right? Because my contract has not been renewed, right? But I think what happened is that semester one, I got contract for the year, right? Yeah, I got contract for the year. So for others, might not be the same. You might just be contracted to work for one semester. So you cannot claim on another semester, right? Yeah.
My question is, can I put more than one courses in that spot there, or do I have to
Yeah, man, you can do more than one course. You can do more than one.
one.
So let's say for that month I only taught once in Montego Bay, which is what I just did there, right? I can now go and pick another date, and let's say on a Monday I would normally, Tuesday.
Wednesdays come to 12:68.
Okay, let's go for Wednesday. So Wednesday of this week, come 12:68. What time is it now?
12.
Cutting it close, but okay. So I can go here and click the 8. It says it's Wednesday, and I can now go and put my time. My time is probably, say, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And then I come over here, and so it's 3 hours. No, usually it's 1 hour for tutorials. So that would be 10 to 10 a.m. And then I come here now, and I can click that magnifying glass and look for COM 1268. And I have to choose the one that says, because I teach it in both places. I teach it in Montego Bay, and I teach it at Mona campus, right? So I'd have to say which one. So for me, FHE is Mona, right? Faculties of Humanities and Education. And the Western campus usually has its own signifier there, right? So because I'm claiming from Mona, I could go ahead and look for COM 1268 and look for the FHE tag, which is this, this one, right? So you can go here and click that, and see it says now it populates tutorial COM 1268, and I can go ahead, right, and add another one. So yeah, you can add multiple courses if you're teaching multiple courses, right? I mean, if you are teaching multiple courses for the week, and you get, let's say you're teaching 5 courses, won't happen, right? As adjunct lecturers, you don't get too much load, right? But let's say you're teaching 5 courses, 3 hours a piece. That's a nice little haul for the right? For the week, you can add those 5 courses with your 3-hour slots for the week. And once you're done, what I normally like to do, because sometimes, every now and then, myths will be a thorn in your side, and you will send something. I have to look in the camera. Yeah, every now and then, myths is a thorn in our sides, right? Right? And so you will hit submit, and there will be this little thing up there just getting busy, telling you, it's processing, and that will go on for the rest of the day. Yeah. So what I like to do is save your claim. So once you hit submit,
If it doesn't work, or
if it doesn't work, or your claim is saved, and you don't have to go over it again.
and re-enter every single.
Yeah, trust me, it's like pulling teeth, especially when your confidence in the system is at a low, right? Right? Yeah, to go do that over, it's annoying. Okay, so but essentially that's it in a nutshell. So once you have saved or submitted, then somewhere down there, I know I won't be able to do that now, because there's no way the system is going to agree to that now, right? But once you send it, there's going to be an error down here at the bottom that tells you that it's pending approval.
And that's, I think is Tanis or Dr. White.
Yeah. So it goes through a few people who approves. It goes to Tanis first, and then Dr. White, and then once they have approved, it goes back to HR, and that's pretty much it for the e-time sheet.
Yeah. That helped? Because I know it didn't help. I don't want to go through all of that to get my money.